Greetings Midgardians, Viking Gamer here, and this is part 11 of my single-player Doomstack versus multiplayer series. So today, as promised last time, we are playing as Bretonnia, and I'm bringing Royal Hippogryph Knights. In particular, I have 6 of them, and in the middle of them I have King Louis Leoncourt on his mount. On his special, I forgot the name of it. Was it Beatrice or something? And same problem as with the dragons, right? I had to bring units on land. So this time I have a life lamp damsel, just like before, but I actually have a paladin to protect her, which is what you normally would. So hopefully it's gonna last a little bit longer. My opponent, knowing full well that I was gonna cheese, because again I wore them in advance, he brought Sisters of Avalon, again the Everqueen's Korgan, so the regiment of renowned ones, which are so much better, and then about 5 Lothar Sea Guard, yeah, a couple of Dragon Princes, and Teclis, and that's it. So basically a lot of ranged. Now, because it's a flying unit, they're relatively quick, I was able to get straight into middle, you know, target the sisters and whatnot. But then the problem with that in this particular case, the main power of the Hippogryph Knights is that when they land, they do a little stun. So you want them having it as often as possible, for one, and two, you want to have them blocked up. But one, you know, if everything's ranged, if I block them up, once again he's able to shoot from the distance, because I can't just send one in each target, because they wouldn't really do that great. So in this, you know, this battle, they're doing decent kills, they're doing alright, but you know, they're just not able to compete with all of these shots from the back, and well, they start to shatter. The leadership goes down. I bring the damsel in, trying to. I didn't have enough money for paladin to get him on a horse. That's why he's waiting so long. I try to heal them up a bit with the damsel, but you know, it's not doing. It didn't really do much, and then he immediately shot it with his range, and she was gone. Like, she got dead in a minute. There, done. Her and a unicorn. Is it a unicorn? I think it was. Wow, that's a lot of shots. You know, so I try and bring the paladin in, do at least a little bit. These guys rallied back again, they flew away, now you have to come back. I brought them in there to finish off the sea guard there, and I try to push to the flank there, but it wasn't really going to do much. Balance of power starts to go down. I had 50 against their 1,000, so it's 20 to 1. So technically 80 per unit, because obviously there's 4 of them in there. So most of them are doing their worth. It's just that they're not doing enough. They're not able to do enough, and then King Lewin is, you know, starting to go away. He can only do so much. He's a melee specialist. He doesn't have any spells. Nothing to turn time around really. I tried to bring these guys in, like the ones that they got, that they ran away, that they started to come back, to try and disrupt the formation of the sisters. You know, do a little bit of damage, but yeah, and there you go. That's what they all broke, and I lost. Oh, that's a lot of poles. It's pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, off to the next one. Okay, so part 2, this time my opponent is, I have the same setup as before. This time my opponent is playing as dwarves. Now, knowing I was gonna cheese, he expected a lot of cav. So he made a little circle here to deal with that, so I wouldn't be able to flank him. And then he's got some Trollhammer torpedoes and whatnot in the middle. But then basically when I appeared with all the flying units, he was like, what the fuck? I really didn't expect that, so I don't know. We had a decent laugh about it, which is good. Again, a lot of people would have left. So his little circle was kind of literally worthless, but they're still dwarves, like they can still do a lot of damage. So, you know, that it doesn't mean I was gonna win or anything straight from the top. Yeah, you can see he starts to break his circle because there is not much that he can do to stop me from going straight from the ranged units. Look at them flying over. Yeah. This time, yeah, made sure I blobbed it, but I blobbed it on all of his ranged units. Like he has, I think like there's this one torpedo that got away, but the rest of them are nice and tucked inside of it, meaning that he can't actually shoot at me. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, again, I changed some things with the spells, and I brought in the green wizard. What's his name? Green Rider, Green Knight. I didn't actually bring the damsel this time because she didn't really do that much. Like she was kind of worthless in the last fight, so I changed her for the Green Knight, who's unbreakable. He can last a long time. That way, I had time for these guys to be able to fly around if need be. Obviously, he managed to pull out these 2 torpedoes and started shattering my unit, started shooting at my units. I brought I can't remember, no, he was chasing these guys. Is that Slayers? I was going to say, how are they running? But no, oh no, he's broken, he's running away. Okay, that makes more sense. So he still manages to kill my lord pretty early on. Or at least shatter him at the very least. Does he die in the end or not? I can't remember. Yeah, I think he chases him to the end, so he dies. There you go, 80. The Slayers basically do the rest of the job. 20. Bam, he's gone. Yay. So again, that puts quite a dent in the leadership. Lord recently died. What is the thing? Yeah, there's a lot of red in there, in the leadership bit. I'm doing a decent amount of damage. Like Abundance Power says it's slightly in my favor, but so there's a decent amount of damage that it does. Now what I do, I pull all of them out to try and get, you know, that basically to jump in, do that damage with the landing. So I targeted all of his his remaining, should I say, well, except these 2 ranged units. I took out the cannons. I started taking them one by one because obviously they're dwarves. They take forever to get to me. They're slow, so I was able to do this maneuvering a little bit. There you go. I broke most of these units. Now I'm chasing. Look at that. All of them are landing on these. So I do end up taking it one by one. Oh, look at that blob. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that broke. That went against the flames. But again, now he managed to pin me down with all of his infantry, and I try to pull out still. I think I do, because obviously they are monsters cavalry, so they managed to push through. And then I go again on his torpedoes, but they have done the damage in the meantime. And 2 of my units are already broken. And now the Green Knight line is almost gone. So I start pulling him out just to have something on the ground so I can keep flying up and down to try and avoid it. You know, the automatic penalty and the loss of being in the air. So I keep doing what I was doing, you know, I go against 1 torpedo at a time whilst he's chasing me around. But the Green Knight's nearly dead. So basically he's just running around now. That's all he can do. Again, the mate to melt away, but it takes a while and he catches up with me. It was a bit of a, like, I don't know, circus dance, I suppose. Because we kept going like back and forward, back and forward. I'd go down, he'd catch up with me, I'd go up again, I'd go back down, and so on. It was slightly more micro-intensive, meaning that it wasn't as passive as some other monsters Doomstacks, so that made it a bit more interesting. But as you can see, it was still inefficient. Yeah, he's trying to get the Green Knight, but obviously he's so much faster than anything he can bring. Like, look at that, 20, 26. Guy has his 84. Like, there's no way they're gonna catch up to him. So I just basically keep pulling him out. But then after a while, when all of these units break, I just end up charging him in, because there's no point. That would have been just a waste of everybody's time. Yeah, there you go. They're all broken. They're all shattered. So I just charge in. Heroic last stand. Okay, take some Dowies with you while you can. It's a lot of dead birds. Actually, well, look at that. He's hammering a lot of his own units, but obviously at this point he doesn't care, because he only has to kill that one. So there you go. Those were the Hippogryph ones. Again, they can be efficient depending on how you use them, but the problem is, even on large funds, you can't really bring that many. And really, their efficiency is in that you have loads of them, and you're able to go up and down and just hammer the shit out of them. So on the multiplayer with the low funds, we can bring like 6 tops. Even on the ultra funds, it's just not going to do that well, to be honest. But I'll leave you to try your own conclusions. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Next time we will be playing as Chaos, and we will be doing a Shaggoth spam. So stay tuned. I'll see you next time.